welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be making a delicious pozole. It's perfect for the holidays and it's great for this cold weather. If you're interested in seeing how I do this, come cook with me and I'll show you how. Now let's get started on those ingredients. You're gonna need some butt roast, garlic cloves, onions, salt, garlic powder, comino, onion powder, Guajillo Chiles, some hominy, I like to use the white one, and New Mexico chili powder along with California chili powder. For garnish, cabbage, cilantro, jalapenos, onions, and radish, some avocado, limes, and your favorite tortilla chips. Now let's get started. We're first gonna take our pork butt and we're gonna wash it. Once we're done washing it, we're gonna cut it into chunks. And then we're gonna place those chunks into our big pot. And sometimes you might find bones in the pork butt and that's perfectly fine. Just go ahead and place it all into the pot and we'll take care of those bones whenever the meat is finished cooking. Now, once we're finished putting the meat into the pot, we're gonna take our half an onion and 4 garlic cloves and we're gonna place it into the pot as well with some salt. Also some garlic powder, comino, and some onion powder. And then we're just gonna get some water and we're gonna cover up the meat to allow it to start a boil. And we're gonna cover our pot with the lid and allow it to cook for about 3 hours. Every now and then you're gonna check in on your meat. This is what it looks like at about an hour. You're gonna wanna add in some more water if you notice that it's getting low from time to time. And just let it sit and continue to boil and simmer just so it can get tender. Now let's get started on the Guajillo chili paste. You're first gonna start off by cutting off the stems of the chile. Then you're gonna remove as many seeds as possible from inside of the chile. Once that's done, you're gonna add them all into a saucepan. And you're also gonna add in some garlic and also 1/4 of an onion. From there, you're gonna cover up the chiles and the onions and garlic with some water, and you're gonna let it boil for about 10 minutes or so. Now, once you've passed that 10 minutes, you're gonna start removing those chiles from the pot, and then you're gonna put it into a blender. You're also gonna notice that your chiles are ready whenever they're bendable. So that's a good key notification that this is ready to get out of the saucepan. So you're gonna add that into the blender along with the garlic pieces and also the pieces of onion that you put into there, because that's gonna allow it to get that great flavor. Now, don't throw away this water because you're gonna wanna make sure you save about 2 cups to get this chiles to start blending. Once you've added the 2 cups of water, you're gonna place the top on your blender and you're gonna start blending for about 5 minutes to make sure everything is getting blended. Now, once you've blended for about 5 minutes or so, you're gonna take your chile paste and you're gonna get a strainer and a tablespoon and just add that into the strainer to allow the chile paste to start falling from the strainer. The main thing from this step is you do not want any of the seeds or the skins of the chile. You just want the paste, because the paste is what's gonna make our pozole red. So as long as you start scraping the sides of the strainer as I'm doing, you're gonna just get the paste and not the skin. Now once you notice that all the paste is out of the strainer, you're just gonna wanna toss the skins and the seeds and just keep the paste. Now 3 hours has passed and our meat is finally finished. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start removing it from my pot, and you'll notice how tender it is and the bone is starting to come apart from the meat. So I'm gonna remove all of that and take it out of my big pot. Another thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take out the onion and the garlic that you placed into the soup at the beginning, because it already served its purpose for the 3 hours that it was cooking with the meat. Another thing that I like to do is I like to take a spoon and I like to try to get out as much fat as possible that's lingering into the pot. That way you don't have it in your soup whenever you serve it. This next step is preference. If you like your meat chunky, you're going to go ahead and leave your meat in the pot and just bypass these few steps. I like to shred my meat. It ensures that most of the fat is taken out, and it also gives me peace of mind that the meat's not too big for my kids to eat. So what I did is I shredded my meat and I'm just putting it back into my pot again. From there, I'm just going to remove any excess fat that floats up to the top to make sure that it's not in my soup. After that, I'm going to take my hominy and I'm just going to add it into my soup. And I like to keep the water because it gives it a better flavor, is what I noticed. Also, my chile paste. And then I'm gonna add my New Mexico and my California chili powders. And from there, I'm just gonna stir it around and I'm gonna mix it. And after I mixed it really well, I'm just gonna cover it back up and I'm just gonna allow it to simmer for another 30 minutes to let it get those rich flavors. Now 30 minutes has passed and it's time to do your taste test. Check for salt. Check if you need a little bit more onion powder. This is just going to be based on your taste. What do you like? So I'm going to take my taste test. And from there, I'm just going to start serving. Now don't forget your garnish. You're going to add in your cabbage. This is totally optional. Whatever you do not like, you do not have to add it into your soup, but it gives it a great flavor on top of what you've already created. So I add in my cabbage. I also add in some radish and onion, jalapeno for an extra kick, and also some cilantro. I also love to put avocado into my pozole. It's so good. And don't forget about your lime and your tortilla chips. That completes this meal. And there you have it, you guys. Our pozole is done. I hope you like it just as much as I do and my family does. This is great for any parties that you have, any holidays that you might be hosting, and it just makes the perfect dinner all around. You could never go wrong with pozole. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you're not already a part of my cooking family, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But until then, I'll cook with you later. Bye guys.